early, I'm up. Yeah, I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the rings. What I do?
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go! 30 base.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Mike,
Jones on 1st and 10. Open man right side is Ingram. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Pick your game up.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Taken in at the 22. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return.
At their own 36-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. B.J. Goodson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
A handoff to Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 48-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
61, matchbox lights. Joker. 5.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Hey, exit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Tate's got it. And he's got this down to the 35. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
60 or. You better bring it. Hey, orbit.
Mike 55. Bring it. Mike 55.
Now.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Cousins to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with third and long. Cousins. Smith catches left side. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They forced them into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From the red zone now, Cousins. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Here we go.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Again, it's Cousins. And it's caught. 6-0 our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they come up now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
3rd and goal for Cousins, and that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown on the year, and the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium. Well, the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops up.
And look at this. It's a fake. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
17 yards.
Check that. There it is.
Right. He's tight right here.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the pass.
The toss out to Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Now Jones. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Here's Riley Dixon now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15.
At their own 43-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 20. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know.
Now Barkley stripped of the football, but I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ready.
Mike 54. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now Jones to throw on second down. Caught right side, Tate. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, Foxtrot. Left.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Cousins now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Cousins caught on the right side by Treadwell. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To the air again, it's Cousins. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And complete, right side to Cook. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Vikings.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Bailey missed it. It's no good, wide to the left. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Starting the third quarter with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, 75 yards. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Vikings 34, Giants nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready, set.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw. Jones. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Good blocking there, nearly sprung. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Play action now. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Three down.
Play fake. Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Double tight. Alert. 3 down.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Jahan, ready?
52. Hey, get in the weight room.
Throwing is Cousins. Open man is Treadwell, and he's got it for the Minnesota touchdown. Laquan Treadwell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Extra point try by Bailey. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You go, night, night.
Sit.
Jones on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Vikings 48, Giants nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
On the double.
5-4. Mike's 5-4. Pick me up. Here we go.
They go.
Jones now throwing on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They win zone blitz. They're obviously successful. What makes the zone blitz successful?
Well, just go ahead and let's break the term down. Zone means they're going to play zone behind them in coverage, not man-to-man. But the zone blitz, why it's confusing to offenses? Because oftentimes deep.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll find his receiver. That's Chad Beebe. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go. 15 on it. After you. I'm coming after you. Shift. Get it roll. West. Come on, boy.
Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Smith catches left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. Escape, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Marcus Golden able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Dobbs. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marcus Golden able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Dobbs over the middle to Smith. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Down. 18 Gator.
You.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Jones on third down. He's got a first down past the 30. And he comes back with one complete. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Ready, go to base. Watch the run, watch the run.
On first and 10, Dobbs. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now left side on the swing pass. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And who's got it? The Giants. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Now Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Ready up. Watch it, 5. Switch up, switch up. Ready.
Now Jones to throw again. Finding his target, it's Cody Latimer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 15 yards on the play, first down. Throwing on first down, Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Dobbs. Past the 20. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right.
The Giants take over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the set.
Mike 54.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
On first down, Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
At the 41-yard line.
52 right here. Let's go. Come on. Out, 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 out.
Again, it's Yeldon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Vikings on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a handoff to Yeldon. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Vikings, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss.